got pictures there when it comes to Pakistani drone that was attempting to breach the Indian airspace. Video and pictures of the destroyed drone that has been released showcasing the precision of this operation, where the army has stated that the nefarious bid was foiled, ensuring security of the region. Now, as far as when it comes to this escalation is concerned, Pakistani drones that have been destroyed completely and several of those attempts that have been made. One such attempt, what is being said as these enemy drones were spotted flying over the Khasa camp in Amritsar, and these hostile drones were instantly engaged and they were destroyed by our air defense units. Pakistan's blatant attempt to violate India's sovereignty and endanger the lives of civilians is completely unacceptable, and the Indian army will continue to thwart enemy designs. And these are Turkish-made drones that are being used by Pakistan as far as when it comes to these strikes that are now concerned. This is what the videos and through pictures that are now being put forth by the Indian army. So we're looking at this escalation here that has now reached to such a level. Colonel Utkarsh, if you want to speak on this, pictures that have been coming in of these downed drones.
Srinjoy was saying that this is a Barracter drone, and if it is a Barracter drone, then it means Pakistan has actually raised the level of employment of sophisticated drones. Barracter drone is the same one which is being used in Ukraine war by Ukraine against Russia. This is a sophisticated drone. It has a good altitude. It has a good payload for surveillance, and it can fire missiles. So this drone, if it has come and now Pakistan has launched it from a disposable drones, which are then we have been seeing for last 3 nights. So this is certainly a step up, and it is now we can see that serious war-making machines are being now put forward by Pakistan against us.
Colonel Ramachandran, what is your take looking at these pictures that have been coming in and on the counter strikes that have been done by India, because we are calling it retaliation. Now, India has not taken till yet the moment that Indian vital military installations were targeted by Pakistan, but now India has to give it back.
Yeah, look, I said that a couple of days back as well. Escalation is working well for India. It will continue to work well for India. Because, you know, in fact, even at the cost of repetition, I said this earlier that on the escalation ladder, Pakistan will only find snakes. So they are actually suicidal. They are in that suicide mode. So it's working well for India. One. Secondly, you know, these kind of drone attacks. Yes, there have been last. We've been reading about it and seeing your pictures on your screen as well. Yes, there have been attacks, but if you see how effective have the drone attacks been? They have. I mean, it's minimalist. Then there are some people who are saying, putting across this theory that Pakistan is actually sending all these drones to exhaust our AD assets, and then they will launch, you know, the more kinetic strikes, etc. Which I think is utter rubbish, because you know, the Indian army, you got to credit them with much more. Armed forces, you got to credit them with much more. They are not going to be using their, you know, AD assets for destroying these kind of drones. So honestly, I don't think it's a cause for worry. And look at what they are doing. One, they are attacking our civilian assets, civilians, which is against all canons of warfare. And secondly, we saw yesterday that they are you know, using commercial flights in airports, in their airports like Lahore, etc. They're using the civilians, their own civilians, as a human shield.
I want to take that point with Pathik Rain, because he's an expert when it comes to geopolitical situations like that. Because Pathik Rain, what a terror state like Pakistan is expected when it comes to using its own civilians for cannon fodder?
So first and foremost, they're not just using drones. There are reports of they have also sent fighter jets. They are using tactical ballistic missiles. You know, you don't expect anything better from Pakistan. My only issue is, are we only to have proportionate response, and that every night they'll keep on doing this, and from Gujarat to Jammu we will keep on only responding? Is that what was the end objective in mind? So I think somewhere, if you have to stop this, you have to have a disproportionately high level of response, an overwhelming response that put them in their place. Otherwise, I mean, is it what we start? So I think the end objective which we had in mind on 7th of May I think from that to what it is today is completely altered. This is not, we are not fighting terror anymore. This is a declaration of war. Now, when there's a declaration of war, you can say that we should have a calibrated response. We are only, responding to what they're doing. That is not, the day they will get exhausted to a certain extent with their ammunition, they'll stop and they say, look, we want to cease fire, and we would think that, okay, we are